Hello girls, it's good to be back with you after another week. I hope you've enjoyed your week designing and making plans and thinking up new ideas. I've also spent quite a bit of time this past week reading. One of my favourite stories to read is the story of Winnie the Pooh. I'd like to share a little bit of this story with you. Pooh woke up one morning and for reasons that he didn't entirely understand, he couldn't stop the tears from coming. He sat there in bed, his little body shaking, and he cried and cried and cried. Amidst his sobs, the phone rang. "Oh, Piglet," said Pooh between sobs in response to his friend's gentle inquiry as to how he was doing. "I just feel so sad, so sad, almost like I might never be happy again. And I know that I shouldn't be feeling like this. I know there are so many people who have it worse off than me. And so I really have nothing to be crying about, with my lovely house and my lovely garden and the lovely woods all around me. But oh, Piglet, I am just so sad." Piglet was silent for a while as Pooh's sobs filled the space between them. Then, as the sobs turned to gasps, he said kindly, "You know, it isn't a competition." "What isn't a competition?" asked a confused sounding Pooh. "Sadness, fear, grief," said Piglet. "It's a mistake we often make, all of us. I think that because there are people who are worse off than us, that somehow invalidates how we are feeling. But that simply isn't true. You have as much right to feel unhappy as the next person. And, Pooh, and this is a really important bit, you also have just as much right to get the help that you need." "Help? What help?" asked Pooh. "I don't need help, Piglet." "Do I?" Pooh and Piglet talked for a long time, and Piglet suggested to Pooh some people that he might be able to call to talk to. Because when you are feeling sad, one of the most important things is not to let all the sad become trapped inside you, but instead to make sure that you have someone who can help you, who can talk you through how the sad is making you feeling, and some of the things that you might be able to do to have support with that. "What's more," Piglet reminded Pooh, "that this support is there for absolutely everyone. That there isn't a minimum level of sad that you have to be feeling before you qualify to speak to someone." Finally, Piglet asked Pooh to open his window and look up at the sky, and Pooh did so. "You see that sky?" Piglet asked his friend. "Do you see the blues and the golds and that big fluffy cloud that looks like a sheep eating a carrot?" Pooh looked, and he could indeed see the blues and the golds and the big fluffy cloud that looked like a sheep eating a carrot. "You and I," continued Piglet, "we are both under that same sky. And so, whenever the sad comes, I want you to look up at that sky and know that however far apart we might be physically, we are also at the same time together, perhaps more together than we have ever been before." "Do you think this will ever end?" asked Pooh in a small voice. "This too shall pass," said Piglet, "and I promise you, one day you and I shall once again sit together, close enough to touch, sharing a little smackerel of something under that blue gold sky." And so, girls, one day we will be able to sit together and share those little smackerels and those fun times together, side by side. Until then, have a wonderful weekend.